Hey everyone, Leo Bond here. I'm back again today for the Best Buy Canada plug-in blog, and this time it's with a very quick look at the Protocol Slipstream Evo, a small stunt drone, basically a hobby quadcopter that comes in a couple of different configurations, as you can see from the photo there, although it is mostly just different bumper shapes and color schemes. Anyway, this drone is super light. The given weight for it is somewhere around 100 grams, so it is very easily affected by any breeze whatsoever. In fact, much of the footage that you're going to see here, it's kind of wild and crazy because this thing was just really erratic, especially on one of the days that I went out there and it was kind of rainy and nasty out, and it was just blowing all over the place. I'll put the video in there. You can see I could hardly control it at all. Really, I couldn't control it at all. Now, unfortunately, I only had the Slipstream Evo for a very short period of time, so my testing was limited to maybe 2 or 3 flying sessions. Look at that, isn't that nuts? Anyway, I never really quite got the hang of flying it. Those sessions each only lasted through a single discharge of the battery, and that's about 8 minutes, so very, very limited. By the way, the Slipstream Evo uses a rechargeable lithium polymer battery that is, of course, included with it, just as you might expect. Anyway, I do believe that if I had tried flying it indoors, things might have gone a lot smoother, but I just don't have the room inside to fly a drone with as much speed and range as this one has, because it actually moves quite quickly and it can easily get maybe as much as 80 to 100 feet away before you'll lose the radio signal. So while you technically can fly it inside, you really need the kind of space that only the great outdoors provides, unless you've got access to a gymnasium or something like that. Anyway, let's head inside now and take a bit of a closer look at the Slipstream Evo Quadcopter. Okay, I just want to very quickly show a couple of things up close here about the Slipstream, and the first of those is to give you some sense of the size of this thing. And so I've got my pin here, and as you can see, it's not an overly huge drone. It is pretty slick looking though. I really like this black and gray color scheme. It's very stealthy, and the whole drone itself is very streamlined, very aerodynamic. It's pretty cool, I think, actually. And of course, the bumpers here, they are removable, and they do give you a couple of spares just in case you break them, and also a full set of extra rotors as well. Now, there's no on and off switch on this thing, so to get it to start up, you have to go ahead and plug in the battery, which is just kind of hiding in the midsection there, and then that gets your little LEDs to going. And so it's kind of a different system. I don't know if I've seen a drone yet that didn't have a on-off switch at all. But anyway, that's all I wanted to show. So let's head back now to some more flight footage. Additional features of the Slipstream include a 6-axis gyroscope for enhanced stabilization, the ability to do 360-degree flips, and 2 different speeds. So it actually has a high-speed mode for expert pilots, and really in either speed mode, this thing is super responsive, so I definitely suggest saving the high-speed mode for after you've built up a little bit of piloting skill, because this thing is very difficult to master. In fact, the recommended age range for the Slipstream Evo is 14 and up, even though it's too small and light to really do much damage if it were to hit anything. But that just goes to show that even though this is a very small and in many ways an entry-level drone, it actually takes some real piloting skill and expertise to fly it safely. Now, as for the Slipstream's controller, it's pretty much your standard drone controller. Of course, it's a 4-channel, and your on-off switch is right here in the middle. You just push it up for on. I don't have any batteries in there at the moment, but it does take 3 AAAs. And this little plus and minus switch here, that's just for switching between high-speed and low-speed modes. Of course, your throttle is your left joystick. That's pretty much standard. And over here on the right, this is your directional controls. Now, what is a little bit different about this particular controller is that there's no button, or at least no separate button, to sort of set up your 3D flips. So what you do is you just press this joystick here right in directly, and then you can just move it to either side or up or down or whatever, depending on the flip that you want to make, and it will go ahead and do that flip. When you first press the button, you will hear a little beep as well, and I think you have 2 or 3 seconds to do it. Now, these buttons here are what appear to be buttons. I couldn't find any reference to them whatsoever in the manual, and when I tried to press them, I realized that they're actually just decorative. They don't actually do anything. They're stationary. So that's basically all I wanted to show about the remote. And that's all I'm going to say about the Protocol Slipstream Evo for now. Overall, it's a nice little drone that's way too difficult to fly, but still a whole lot of wild and crazy fun. Now, if you enjoyed this video or found it useful, please give it a like or a share, and of course you're welcome to subscribe as well if you like. One way or another, I'd like to thank you for watching this time around, and I hope to see you back again for the next one. Goodbye for now, and take care.